Tearing it up, one piece at a time. And all up. So you can see the work crews pulling up the big piles of fencing, putting them on the trucks. Capitol Police are protecting them from the traffic because Massachusetts Avenue is still open and quite busy. Hey guys, welcome to the U.S. Capitol, now reopened for business of being a tourist. Except I'm going the wrong way. Let's go crash the fence that's no longer kind of there. And we have gone into forbidden land. There's the old fence piled up in bundles awaiting to be picked up by the crews. The botanical staff is getting back to business. This is the U.S. Botanical Gardens. This is a beautiful greenhouse with all sorts of funky plants that's been locked up for basically 2.5 months. But now that it's free, the crews are back pruning the trees and getting ready for spring. I don't think we can actually go in there. I think it's closed due to COVID. But if we get a chance, we will go in there later this year. Sorry about that. You know what? I can go no-handed on these things. So here is the new fence line. What is known as Capitol Square. The Capitol Square is the actual Capitol grounds, and this is where the fence is now in position. No razor wire though, that's a nice change. Got power washing. Whoa! So during the night, the last 2 nights, they've been taking down the outer perimeter. This inner perimeter fence was put up, we don't even know when. I think this was actually put up like January 6th, like at the end of the night after the incident on January 6th. They came out here and started erecting this fence pretty much immediately over the Capitol Square itself. So this fence is still here. They don't have any razor wire. They did a while ago. And the old fence that used to secure this area is gone. Let's spin out over here a bit onto the sidewalks. We'll go see the U.S. Grant. So some guards guys still there. So there's still a smattering of National Guard troops around, nothing like we saw before. Before they were every 10 yards, like literally every 10 yards. Okay, let's zip into here. This is the U.S. Grant Memorial at the reflecting pool, U.S. Capitol. And this gives you a really good view of the Capitol building itself. You can see some cannons and caissons rolling along. And out on the other side is the reflecting pool. Now the reflecting pool is really gorgeous. It reflects the Capitol and stuff, but the reality is it's actually a freeway overpass. It was built because there is a freeway underneath this, and they put this on top of the freeway, I-95, 395. All right, sorry I didn't show you the statue. We'll go around one more time. There's Grant. Now there's another cool statue over here I want to go show you. Hopefully we can get to it. Watch it. You know, the one thing So I said before, Capitol Hill cops, they're not really like, well, for lack of a better word, they're not like bully cops. They're not like, you know, do this, do that. However, they are strict traffic enforcement cops. Like, the sign is red. I actually got a ticket. I got a ticket riding my bicycle up the hill, all right? Because I didn't want to ride on the street because I thought it was dangerous. Because the street's pretty crazy, yeah? So I rode up this little side street. I got a ticket. It was like $25 ticket for riding my bicycle the wrong way up the hill. Of course, that was many years ago, but they still have that reputation of enforcing all the little traffic laws. Hey, these are in bloom. So spring is coming. We're all very excited about that because DC is absolutely beautiful in spring. It's horrible if you're a hay fever sufferer, but if you like pretty flowers, this is the place to be. So we're going to go across the street. Then we're going to go up Capitol Hill because we're going to go see this fountain over here, the Bartholdi Fountain, which has been sealed up for 2 months, but it's also pretty cool. What? Oh, still green. So right now I'm at First and Independence. First and Independence Southeast. And we're next to the Rayburn building. You still see National Guard guys walking a patrol out here. Heavily armed. Oh, this guy's flying down the hill. And we're back away. We're moving again. So this fountain is by a guy named, hang on a second. Whoa. Okay, we made it. This is the Bartholdi Fountain. This was made, I think, for an American exhibition in like 1876 or something like that. I don't know the true history. I'll go find it over here. And then it was sold to the US government. And the guy who made this did one other major piece of art that's in America, the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, the same guy who did the Statue of Liberty designed this fountain, which sits here just across from the Botanical Gardens on the Capitol grounds. So, give you guys a good look at this thing without running into a tree, which is a very realistic possibility the way I'm going right now. It is pretty impressive. So let's make our way up to the US Capitol. Let's go up Capitol Hill right now. Let's see how good this scooter really is. I've had such rotten luck with vehicles lately. And this is a brand new Bird scooter. Bird, one of the companies in DC. Now, for those of you who are wondering what that sound is, that's my brake, also known as my shoe, my brand new shoes, skitching on the ground so I don't die. And up we go. We're going to go up Capitol Hill here. So this road has been closed for months, this Independence Avenue, and this is a major commuter route. I can't emphasize how many times commuters use this road. Some guard guys up here. I want to make sure there's no cars coming. So we got these bicycle racks. That's what they call them, bicycle racks. I guess there's an official term of art for them because they're not truly bicycle racks, but they look like bicycle racks. And they put these in all up and down the sidewalk. Now the fence still exists on that side of the street, and I think it's going to be there for a while. Now normally when there's a State of the Union or a joint session of the Congress, they do put up a fence over there, but it's usually like a wooden snow fence, or it's one of these like bicycle rack fences. So I think we're going to see that stay until at least the whatever gets over, the joint session State of the Union imposter. 17 seconds. How's it going, man?
Good, and you?
Yeah, watching the world go by. Where are you from?
What was that?
Where are you from?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Boston or?
South of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How long are you guys here? I mean, what's your, not like guard, but like you specific, your unit, like 2 weeks, or do you guys do like a month or what?
We go until they say.
Until they, just do what they tell me.
We'll get out when they tell us.
Yeah. Hey, you stay safe. Yeah, I've been talking, there was a Massachusetts Guard unit that's been doing protection around this area. I've been chatting with. Now, I didn't turn the cameras to give a little bit of privacy, but the one thing I noticed is, I'm going to go on the street. One thing I noticed is that his sidearm was unarmed. There was no clip in his sidearm. There was no magazine in his sidearm. I'm sure he has one, but they're not walking around with loaded weapons. And we've seen that as well with the long rifles, not the long rifles, the weapons they've been slung on their chest, that they do not have magazines loaded. Oh, motorcycle cops. Oh, these lights are broken. But I want to turn this way. So is this cop going to let me turn this way? He let me turn. So here we are. We were here yesterday. We walked past the Library of Congress. That's the Library of Congress building. The main building. There's like 3 or 4 buildings. And then over there is the Capitol building. You do see a couple ambulances. If you look really close, those are U.S. Navy ambulances. The U.S. Navy provides medical services. Inside the U.S. Capitol, they have a little mini office, a doctor, and some EMTs and whatnot. And I can't tell you how many times I walked through the Capitol and all I heard was make a hole, and they would be running through the Capitol, these Navy corpsmen with like a first aid pack or something on their back, going to rescue some tourist or even a congressman who's had an issue. So, they've got this. So the Supreme Court's been opened up. Oh, this is new. This is new from yesterday. The Supreme Court fences are down. So the U.S. Supreme Court is open. That's a new development. In fact, you can see all the fences over here. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at this fence, because you guys have been really asking about how these things worked. And I didn't want to go into too much detail still, I think. But so these are the bases, and then there's a long, it's like a T shape, yeah? And they've got these little brackets, and then these hooks go into the brackets. So you set it up, you slide it down in, and then you set up the next one, and then they would put a little piece of metal that would connect the two. So it was like one gigantic fence. Though if you lifted it up, I don't know, you lifted it up, say, 4 inches or so, you could take it apart, but those brackets were kind of screwed together. And these were called anti-scaling fences or something like that, so you can't scale them, because the actual fence material is really, really thin. You can't get your fingers into it. I guess you could if you had really tiny fingers. So here's the Supreme Court, open and free. Well, they've got another fence as well. The Supreme Court has its own police force, the Supreme Court Police Force, because they are a different branch of the government, so they don't rely on the executive branch or the legislative branch for their security. They rely on the Supreme Court police. It's complicated sometimes. So that's a cool development, because I thought that was going to be all tied up. Let's make our way over this street. Oof. Made it up here. So this is the Dirksen Senate Office building. This is where I believe most of the Supreme Court nomination hearings are held, in the Dirksen building. And then the Hart building is the most modern building of the Senate office buildings. Technically, it's basically, you really don't know when you're in Dirksen and when you're in Hart, because the two buildings are actually connected together. Oh, I got another red light. You're good. Oh, you're good. That guy thought I was going to run the red light, because, most of us do run red lights. Oh, wow, these trees are in bloom. I don't know what kind of trees these are. They're not cherry blossoms, are they? No, it's too early for cherry blossoms. Not the gardenia. I don't know what that is. These aren't cherry blossoms, are they?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? They're pretty. No, they're not cherry blossoms. These might be cherry blossoms. These might be cherry blossoms because these are white. But these are kind of early. Excuse me, thank you. Here's more of that fence. So I was telling you, it's like, it's really thin. Yeah. So we're gonna cut. Oh, the fence is down here too. These guys were busy last night. This road has not been cleaned in like 2 months. It's got trees and goo everywhere. There's more of the fence. Now these pop-up barriers, these have been here since 9/11. These things pop up, they like rip the underside of your car off. Whoa, I don't want to hit that thing. Okay, let's get down into the road. We're gonna go down to D Street. D as in dog, it's reopened. Down here by the homeless camp. I've got a lot of donations from you guys. I want to buy some people some lunch, but not right this moment. We're gonna go out for a walk. Maybe, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I think we're gonna buy some lunch for some people. Thanks to all your donations during my live streams. Oh, this guy's screaming. Sorry, bounce. So this is a homeless camp. Poor guys, got some issues. So many tents. One guy's sucking his thumb. These people need help. They really need help. I mean, I'm not being mean about it. Some of these people really need help. There's 2 organizations. One's called So Others Might Eat, and the other's called Martha's Table. If you want to donate, please look up those organizations. So Others Might Eat and Martha's Table. Those are 2 organizations that feed the homeless here in Washington, D.C. and provide some other services. It's really rough seeing those people suffering so much. So this right here is the Monocle Restaurant, and Bar. This is very popular with Hill staff and congressmen and Supreme Court members even. I think Anthony Scalia used to go there a lot. It is the only restaurant, the only private business that was closed in during the lockdown, during the security lockdown. You could not get to the Monocle. And as a result, well, they suffered a lot business-wise. Of course, COVID was a rough go for them as well. So, but now that they're reopened, folks are excited. They can order their favorite dishes again and come over and get a carry-out. Don't think they'll be eating indoors anytime soon. DC is still very conservative when it comes to COVID restrictions. I think I heard them announce that they're going to go to 25% capacity for indoor facilities. And they're going to let like 2,000 people go see a baseball game. So they're going to have a restricted number of people at professional sporting events. So down over here, you can see them picking up the fence. Over here by Union Station, there's a bunch of trucks. We can go over here. Can't go on the road, but I can go on the sidewalk. So these are the fence truck companies, and they're coming to pick up this stuff. My video last night, you saw these forklifts lifting up the fences. That was filmed just right here, the other side of this gate. So last night, this was all fenced in. And this morning, all that remains is a little block on the road. Alrighty, let's go explore, yeah? See how much farther we can go. Hey, you know what? I think we can go all the way to the U.S. Capitol. On this sidewalk, I think we can. I'm getting pretty good at riding this bike with one hand, using my body weight to steer, kind of. So we're on D. Oof. Oof, that was a bump. So, crashing through. Now, a lot of the guys that you're going to see coming up here, these guys with the blue jackets with the U.S. Capitol, they're not police, they're architect of the Capitol. AOC, architect of the Capitol. And AOC handles all the logistics, all the facilities of the U.S. Capitol. They're the ones that build the fences, they're the ones that change the light bulbs, they're the ones that, excuse me, they're the ones that do everything, basically. Oh, so that's a new park they're building. It's a fountain. Oh, they're redoing that fountain. Guess it's not ready yet. It's a beautiful fountain. We'll see it a little bit later in the spring. So we're coming up to Constitution Avenue, right here on the Senate side. We've got one flag over the center, which is kind of normal, but we don't have any flags over the House or Senate because they're not in session right now. The House and Senate are not in session at the moment, so there's no flag flying over this chamber over here. And we've got to get the brakes. So we've had to switch hands here for a moment. Oh, that's the fountain, which is currently getting renovated. So we had to switch hands for a second because otherwise we'd die. Going down this with no brakes, yeah, that would be instant death. So this park, the Taft Fountain, this is the Taft Bell Tower Memorial. This was for Senator Taft. Don't know why he just happened to get a memorial here versus any other old senator. And let's get back down here to First Street. Now the Jersey barriers are still up some places. I think that's a matter of just the logistics of removing Jersey barriers. Oh, here's one of the buses. Let me get close to this bus. Oof. Let's go over the other side here. Ugh. So that doesn't have any markings on it. Sometimes those buses have like what National Guard unit is a unit, or where it's headed, what station, like if it's going to a hotel or if it's going to the armory or something like that. So those guys are, well, they're planting trees. More architecture of the Capitol team. Where are we now? We're down here at the Department of Labor, and then that's the U.S. District Court up over there. And we're back around the reflecting pool grounds again. Coming back over to the mall, this is 3rd Street. This was the first street to be reopened over here. 3rd Street, southeast, northeast. And this was a major, when they reopened this, that had really like eased the traffic congestion quite a bit. Oh, up on top of the Modern Art Museum, you should be able to see the Blue Rooster. We got him there. His Blue Rooster's up there. And here we go down 3rd Street. Bump, bump, bump. So yeah, now this fence here is still in place, but you can see, actually, you know what? Let's go over and take a look at this. You can see they took out some of the fence. Spin around. So every so often on this fence line, there's a gap. So yeah, the fence, it just sort of slid into place and goes into those little holes. That's how they set it up. And it just connects on and on and on. And then each different panel had like a thing that connected the panels together. Yep, see, here's another break in the fence. And another break. And another break. So yeah, I guess they just haven't gotten around to pulling all these fences out yet. Hopefully in a day or two. They've also got to remove these Jersey barriers over here. Now the thing is, they put up that fence around the Capitol Square in less than a night. I mean, it was that quick. Just 4 feet at a time. Dum, 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 dum. So the idea that they have to keep these fences, you know, in case it's needed, is not really, you know, they can put them up pretty darn quick. If they need them, they can get them out of the warehouse, put them back up within a day, I think, within a day. And they usually have more intelligence than just, you know, last minute, like, oh God, seal the Capitol. But they are talking about putting in, either having a permanent collection of fencing in a warehouse, or having like a pop-up fence, where they push a button and a fence pops up out of the ground, kind of like those pop-up barriers you saw for the cars after 9/11. You saw some of those all over the place. So there you go, guys. We've made our way around the U.S. Capitol. The fences are gone, more or less. And I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, and comment and all that. I'll be back a little bit later today with probably a hiking video from Georgetown I filmed over the weekend. Just haven't gotten around to posting. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye. So guys, that building over there hosts the Capitol webcam, and on the roof, up on the roof there, that's the exit sign. See that red light? That's the exit sign you guys always see in the Capitol webcam. And you asked me about, is there an exit sign? Well, yeah, it does look like there is one right up there.